A basic feature of eukaryotic cells is that their cytoplasm is compartmentalized into membrane-bound organelles. Two such examples for organelles are mitochondria and chloroplast. Of course, chloroplasts are there only in the plants, while mitochondria are there in both plants and animals. It is believed that earlier these mitochondria and chloroplasts were free-living microbes, and sometime during evolution they entered into the eukaryotic cells and established a type of symbiotic relationship. This is what is called endosymbiosis. Endosymbiosis. Symbiosis means what? Living together. Living together inside the body of the host. Look here. Anaerobic metabolism is inefficient because much of the fuel is not oxidized. Bacterium is engulfed by ancestral eukaryote and multiplies within it. This is a bacterium. That bacterium is engulfed by an ancestral eukaryote, and this bacterium multiplied inside that eukaryote. Symbiotic system can now carry out aerobic catabolism. Some bacterial genes move to the nucleus, and the bacterial endosymbionts become mitochondria. Bacterial symbionts become mitochondria. And nowadays we have non-photosynthetic eukaryotes and also photosynthetic eukaryotes. We people are examples for non-photosynthetic eukaryotes. We don't have the chloroplast. Then what about the photosynthetic eukaryotes? Cyanobacterial genome, after being engulfed into the eukaryotic organisms, now go transformed into photosynthetic chloroplast. So aerobic bacterium, when engulfed into the eukaryotic cell, later became the mitochondrion, while photosynthetic cyanobacterium, when engulfed by some organisms, became photosynthetic chloroplast. This is how the plant cells are formed. Remember, before the entry of the cyanobacterium into the cell, the two lineages appeared. One of the lineage having only the aerobic bacterial endosymbiont, and the other one having aerobic bacterial endosymbiont as mitochondrion, and now also possessing the cyanobacterial organism as symbiont. This became the plants and this became the animals. And one thing is very clear. Because of aerobic respiration, maximum amount of energy is released from the food material we are consuming, and therefore there is a very high chance of survival. And so far we were talking on the nature of biochemistry. What is the scope of biochemistry? What is the application of biochemistry? How far applied is this branch of science? It is the bedrock of all forms of life science. Say medical science, agricultural science, veterinary science, biotechnology, food science and technology. Wherever you go, you need to study biochemistry. And it consists of other subjects as well. To study biochemistry properly, you should know chemistry and biology and mathematics and physics, because the chemistry is providing us the methods and the molecular perspective, and mathematics is providing us with a means to evaluate and predict, especially statistics and all. Have you heard of biostatistics? And physics is providing us with the physical models, and the biology is providing the relevance for all those things together. You know, the laws of the chemistry and the physics and the mathematics all are all are formulated based on the nature. What we see in the nature, they are generalized into hypothesis and into rules. Say theories. Whatever we see in the nature are generalized first into hypothesis, then into general ideas or theories. And what are the applications of biochemistry? You see, in the pharmaceutical industry, in the cosmetic industry, all the drugs, all the medicines, including vaccines, including antibodies, including antibiotics, all are produced based on biochemistry principles. Biotechnologists are in demand in all those industries. And in pesticide, insecticide, fertilizer industries, in agriculture, all those things are produced based on biochemical principles. For example, you might have heard of a preparation which, when sprayed into plants, will destroy all the plants. We call them herbicide, weedicide, etc. Do you know that those preparations are actually blocking the non-cyclic photophosphorylation during photosynthesis? So these are acting based on biochemistry. And you know that earlier fruits were ripened by the application of smoke. Unripe fruits were kept in a closed vessel or in a closed space, and some arrangements were made for smoking them continuously. And the smoke contains ethylene, which is responsible for the ripening of the fruits. Like that, biochemistry is in application in our day-to-day life. What about forensic science? Actually, forensic science is an extension of biochemistry. From the sides of criminal problems, biochemical samples can be obtained. These samples can be analyzed by biochemical techniques, and we can often come to the culprits. It's very easy actually. You might have heard of DNA fingerprinting, etc. What about biotechnology? Biotechnology is a field where the biochemistry is applied in very large quantity in the formation of vaccines and antibodies and enzymes and other recombinant products, bioactive molecules. This biotechnology is used. What about food science and technology? Is rapidly developing. This food science and technology is a rapidly developing branch of biochemistry. Every day, new food formulations are being produced. And if you study food science and technology for your PG program, one of the first papers will be biochemistry, complete biochemistry. And agricultural science, medical science, veterinary science, all those people are studying biochemistry because all their work is based on biochemical principles. So in every branch of life science there is biochemistry, and in your higher secondary classes you have studied biochemistry. In your higher secondary biology classes you have studied biochemistry. Only the fact is that the name biochemistry was not there. For example, every chapter except classification of organisms, except morphology and taxonomy, all were actually biochemistry. And remember, organisms are classified based on their biochemical feature. So wherever there are organisms, wherever there are human beings, there is biochemistry also.